So hi everyone, today I'm just going to be sharing a few of my favourite art books with you. This one, I'm just checking that I'm in shot here. Yep, we're okay. So this one is Wendy Gelbert's Line and Wash, watercolour and pen techniques. I'm not sure whether this one is still in print, but it's from Search Press. So there we go, there's the title. And this book I think is really fantastic for showing how you can just put some colour down and add some lines. I'm actually a great fan of Line and Wash. This is some of the materials and equipment that she recommends, and there's a little bit about playing with inks, so both waterproof and non-waterproof inks, and a little bit about making marks. This is quite good for some ideas on mark making, to bring out some detail in your line and wash. I just love this one here, just an informal arrangement of dried flowers. Yeah, talks about how to play with certain paints. Simple idea with some mushrooms there. And then my favourite part is the landscapes. I really love this one here, Tree in the Landscape. She's got some individual trees. And this kind of is a step-by-step one to follow, going through it all. And here she shows 3 different types of landscapes. So this is an outline sketches drawn using waterproof black pen with some cross hatching for the dark shadows, and a little bit of textured pen work as well. So the watercolours are, the watercolour washes are kept fairly simple there, but she talks about some monochrome studies. I mean, look at these, they're just very limited palettes for the watercolours. Flowers, a little bit on flowers. There's another follow along one on some sunflowers. This was done with a bamboo stick using waterproof white ink on blue pastel paper. That's so effective. Oh, and that's beautiful. So there's a little bit here on buildings as well. As you can see, I'm flicking through fairly quickly because I've got a few books here to share with you. But there we go. That's the Line and Wash Watercolour and Pen Techniques by Wendy Gelbert, and it's by Search Press. So that's that one. My next book is one of my all-time, well, actually it's very difficult to come up with a favourite, but this is John Blockley, and it was put together, compiled by his daughter Anne Blockley, and I have one of her books coming up next actually, and this is by Batsford. So John Blockley, it says here, was a groundbreaking artist whose work helped to change the face of British watercolour. absolutely stunning. So this is all pulled together from some of the paintings and sketches that Anne Blockley had of her father's. I mean, just look at that. Isn't that just wonderful? It's quite abstract, but compelling. There's a little foreword there and an introduction. But this has got quite a lot of, I'll just flick through, shows you some sketches, some paintings. Oh, look at these. I could just look at these all day. And that is just wonderful. Barn door. A shed door. It's just lovely. So a lot of the books that I like give me inspiration. I love the fact that some sketches are shown as well as the actual paintings. Some of these are pastels, they're not all watercolours, acrylic and mixed media look. But of course, anything that I come across, I sometimes do adapt to using. Oh, look at this drawing. Isn't that lovely? Let's just move my bookmark out the way. Oh, just lots of lovely mark making. It gives you ideas on how you might capture something that you're looking at when you're out and about doing some en plein air sketching, which I absolutely love to do. I like to take my sketchbook with me, and I love the way that he's put acid green, red something, red, black, silver, main impression, black, acid green. So then you can see that's been translated into that painting. But these are all just stunning, and you can see where Anne Blockley has got her talent from. But yeah, I love the fact that you've got some original sketches in here. Oops, that's moved a bit, as well as the actual paintings. It's a beautiful book, and she's pulled all of this together. Oh, look at that. Wow. I mean, that's just a beautiful use of colour. So, yeah, I haven't flicked through all of it, but that is a wonderfully inspiring book. John Blockley, a retrospective, compiled by Anne Blockley, and it's by Batsford. So that's my second book. And then, talking of Anne Blockley, this is another book that I find really inspiring. This is called her Watercolour Workshop Projects and Interpretations. And this one is also by Batsford. Oh, look at the back of that one. Oh, it's just stunning. I mean, she has a wonderful way of just capturing nature around her. So, lovely beehive there. I actually had a go at doing something similar to this, and it's on the wall in my lounge. I really love that picture. So, you've got getting started, flower and field, trees and hedgerows, landscapes, and moving towards abstraction. And look at how you've just got blurry in the background there, and then just some things that are really pushed forward in detail. But this is just stunning. I mean, look at these I mean, these are just going to inspire anybody. She's also included some of her little sketches here, look, with the teasels. But yes, there's little bit about brushes and tools, materials, colours, adding collage to your pictures, giving you all sorts of wonderful ideas. This is just, look at the feel of that light coming through there. I think she uses cling film sometimes, and she drips acrylic ink through the cling film onto the paper as well. But I just, the colours are just gorgeous as well. She uses all sorts of things to make marks on the paper. Look, gesso and tissue paper. Mixing greens. Oh, don't you just want to be there? Mystery and mood. Developing your theme. A little bit about painting water. This really reminds me of some local woods that are near me, called Tyrrell's Woods, and it's literally a 5-minute in the car, and I'm there, and oh yes, they just exude atmosphere, just absolutely stunning. And she shows different ways that she tried doing the beehive picture that I showed you earlier, so we can see moving towards more abstract ideas. Look at the detail in this, the imprints from leaves, fern and things like that. Oh, and the bird there, and that shot of light which draws your eye to the bird is beautiful. Oh. So anyways, that gives you an idea of what's in this particular book, which I think just really sparks the imagination. My next book is quite different. It's The Beauty of the Beast, A Printmaker's Menagerie of Mammals, by Alan Marshall, and made in Norfolk, which is where I'm from, by Mascot Media. And it includes 78 different printmakers, 36 species, and 450 original prints. So this is quite a beautiful book as well. Look at this. I mean, if this doesn't inspire you, I'm not sure how much I can get in. Let me see there, a bit better. So we've got some deer here. And we've got some horses, foxes. Look at how stunning that is, with the sort of monochrome and then the beautiful reddy brown fur of the fox really standing out and drawing your eye in. But you know, if you're wanting to learn to you know, draw some animals, oh, hares and rabbits, there we go, then sometimes the kind of way that these have been done with the lino prints is quite a good way of learning how to capture a particular animal, because sometimes some of them are quite simplified. Hedgehogs, look. Oh, moles, voles and shrews. Looks like an otter. Yep, they're otters. I'm not showing you all the pages. I'm flipping through just randomly, really. Squirrels. And these are just another very inspiring book. Beauty of the Beast, Alan Marshall. My next book is because I do like to do sketching when I'm out and about, and this is the Law's Guide to Nature Drawing and Journaling, written and illustrated by John Muir Laws. And if you want some ideas on how to build up your little sketchbook and journal whilst you're out and about, there's all sorts of ideas, like how to make a map. Gives you ideas on how you might just break things down. It's just, you know, how to use different arrows. Talks about your journaling kit that you might need. Choosing some watercolours. And then there's lots of ideas on different ways of doing your line work, drawing from your shoulder. And so, yeah, he breaks down how to do some objects and put the shadows in. Talks about colour. That's my bookmark again. Sketching with water-soluble I mean, this is a big, chunky book. And then he's got lots of how-to-draws, foxes and toads, snakes, lizards, and then there's ducks and various birds, other animals, and he breaks it all down, helping you to understand how you might want to draw them. And you know, a lot of the time he's breaking it down into draw a simple shape first and then get the detail in. But yes, if you want to find, he has got some things on YouTube. Here we've got a bit about trees and branches, and then landscapes and little vignettes and things like that. How to sketch mountains. I mean, this is well, it's like a Bible. And it gives you a huge idea about how do I want to keep my sketchbook or journal for my on plein air work when I'm out and about. So yeah, this is a superb book. My last book is called Woods, A Celebration by Robert Penn. Natural history. There we go. So apparently Robert Penn is the best-selling author of The Man Who Made Things Out of Trees. Anyway, it's about celebrating the woodlands of the British Isles. And I just the cover itself is just something to adore. But this is just absolutely full of beautiful photographs of all sorts of woodlands, including some of the birds that you might find, the vegetation, the flowers. Look at that. Don't you just want to be there? So yeah, it's absolutely full of different woodlands all around the British Isles. We've even got some fungi. That is just stunning. That's the one on the front, isn't it? Yeah. So this is just another book to inspire. Yeah, if you can't get out and about. Oh, look at that for a lovely winter scene. Sorry, I think I've gone off the... There we go. That's a bit better. And that is just stunning because it really shows that little bird to its beauty, really, with the simplified, blurred out background. But skies. I mean, it's just wonderful to have something like this that can really inspire you. So those are the books that I'm going to share with you today. But this is just a really simple little pen and wash, I suppose you would call it, or line and wash. People call them different things. So I basically put down the watercolour first, and then once I could see what the watercolour looked like, I decided what I was going to make of it. So I didn't go in with a particular plan. I just used some colours, placed them on the paper, and then used what the watercolours had done to come up with a picture, and just added some of the line and wash. I quite like doing this because it's not like I'm trying to copy anything. I'm literally using what the paint has done on the paper to inspire me, and come up with a picture. And yeah, I don't always do line and wash, but this was just one that I did today, and I thought that I would just share with you. If maybe line and wash and putting some colour down and making something of it is something that you might like to do with me, paint along with me as another video, then leave some comments in the video at the end, and yeah, I could probably do that next time. Okay, so this has been Michelle Mould Art, and yeah, please give me a like and subscribe if you would be able to, and I'll see you next time. Bye.